Panic is starting to ensue as the walls close in on cryptocurrency. Only a matter of time before it all goes by the wayside. At least that's what you believe if you read this article right here from Forbes. Panic is suddenly spreading among Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, and Dogecoin traders, even as the market soars to a $1.7 trillion price. Oh no, is it all going to fall? Is everything over for crypto? Well, actually, let's take a look at what's really happening in the crypto market. This article, kind of a ridiculous title. Well, first, they're panicking, but if they're panicking, then why is it going upwards? Doesn't really make a lot of sense coming in from Forbes there, but take a look. You can see this is the current market of cryptocurrency. Right now, up 1.38%. Bitcoin down a little bit, actually, in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, though, up 5%, really carrying the market right now. We have seen Dogecoin going up a decent amount as well this week, 7.8%, and a little bit of a bump today. And this comes as we're also seeing people like FTX predicting that we're about to see a run with Dogecoin all the way up to that 30 cents area, which would be great to see. Dogecoin below 30 cents just doesn't feel quite right. At 15, it felt way off. Below 20, doesn't feel good. Doesn't make sense. But 30 cents, it just has a good ring to it. I'm expecting, as we continue to see these jumps start to happen and Dogecoin trying to break out, it's only a matter of time before it does jump up again and past 30 cents. It could even happen very, very, very soon. FTX predicting we're right on the horizon of that. You can see this is what they have done in terms of their modeling. We see the Dogecoin starting to form kind of a little bit of a triangle right there. Will it break out of that triangle upwards? Certainly a high chance of that right now. It's one of the most undervalued cryptocurrencies of all in the cryptocurrency market right now. Bitcoin, by the way, the mining is really shifting in a big way. It is down, or up 6%, I mean, between the last period and this one, but still down 48% in the last 30 days, which is kind of crazy. But here we can see, so every 2 weeks approximately or so, we actually get a new price when it comes to the hash rate and what it costs to mine a Bitcoin. Now though, we are seeing it go up 6%. It was down 27%, 5%, 15%, 4%, and let's be honest, we're not going to see Bitcoin have any chance of passing its all-time high if the trajectory of the hash rate is going down. But with it going up and starting to go on that trend again, that's where we can see those big runs happening. Here is the chart that shows the actual hash rate of Bitcoin. You can see as it continues to go with that zigzag formation up, that's what we want to see, obviously, as it goes higher and higher and higher and higher. Right there was the low point about approximately 1 month ago, and this is all because of China and their crackdown on crypto mining. Overall, it's a positive thing that I think will happen in the end, which is that we're going to see the cryptocurrency mining shift from China, where the government isn't so free, to the United States and other countries where we have significantly more freedom and also more of an ability to kind of see what happens moving forward. That said, some of the reason why we are seeing articles like this about the panic when it comes to Dogecoin and the panic when it comes to cryptocurrency altogether, a few other cryptos mentioned, is because of this big news coming out from the government, fundamentally incompatible. How the proposed crypto tax rules miss the mark. And I actually pulled up some of the reasons here. I went through the whole thing once more. I found some reasons that I believe this thing is kind of off the mark. It's a little bit ridiculous. So the first part is it's close to impossible to enforce. And specifically what we're referring to when I say that is it defines anyone who participates in a transfer as a broker, which is significantly too broad when it comes to that, because it's going to take out and eliminate the ability for a lot of exchanges, decentralized ones, to operate, because they're not going to have the ability to report that at such a high level without spending a ton of money and then having to charge significantly higher fees. It definitely does hurt crypto if this bill goes through. The reason why we're not actually panicking right now is because we know there are a lot of big players in our corner on this, and most likely this bill is going to change before it actually comes to a point where it has the ability to pass through. I'm not expecting anything bad to happen here. We're going to be on the lookout for it. If this bill does pass exactly as it is, yes, there will be concerns moving forward. Can we overcome them? Of course. Are there ways around it? Yes. Will it just be a slight inconvenience at the beginning and maybe become more of a big inconvenience as we go to the future? Both those things, absolutely true. Can it still change? Can we have another bill that comes through? All of this is stuff to look at, but still, we have to be monitoring it as closely as we can, and also continuing to let politicians know, hey, make sure you do not try to interfere with things you don't understand. We have right now a bunch of older politicians who are in office, and that's not all of them, and that's also not to say that older people don't understand crypto in the entirety, but a lot of older people do not get it, and a lot of those older people who do not get it are currently in positions of power in the government, and they're being put in charge of regulating something they don't understand. Doesn't make a lot of sense, and yet that is exactly what's happening. We're also seeing the ability that they may actually be able to crack down on software wallets too, which would be really strange because that kind of defeats the whole point of having a software wallet if everything is tracked to that level. all of this is are big reasons why we're most likely not going to see the government being able to actually enforce some of this, and maybe that will kind of change their mind. They're not actually going to get anywhere near 28 billion from doing something along these lines, and maybe after they're educated on that and they see why it's such a big problem and why it hurts cryptocurrency, which can be a helpful thing for the people, hopefully we can see some big things change. It sucks though that we have to rely on this group of people to make the right decision. We shouldn't have to, yet that's the way it is. Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. I'm glad I sold mine. One day it's morning, the next it moons. Well, yeah, so basically we're talking about both the good side and the negative side of Dogecoin and of cryptocurrency. We have to talk about everything. If we only talk about the positives all the time, I feel like that wouldn't really be getting all the information out there. We have to really fully cover everything, and also plus this live is really more positive than negative. We're kind of making fun of that Forbes article because of how ridiculous it was, and they do have some points in there about what's happening with the government and with the taxes, but panic is definitely a major overstatement in terms of what's happening here. That is not what's going on with the markets, not even particularly close. Tiger King, by the way, continuing to do some cool things. It's roaring. If you put $5,000 in Tiger King at the first time I tweeted about it, that will currently be worth enough to buy one of the nice Tesla models. So we've seen some huge gains from Tiger King. A lot of people continuing to hold. A lot of people know that the future for this is most likely going to be bright. I expect this to be one of the biggest ways for people in our community to make money moving forward. It's very exciting. Steven Steele, Matt Voss's new hairdo needs its own YouTube channel. Press 1 if you agree. I happen to be a big fan of my hair getting its own YouTube channel. We can call it The Hair Daily, where the hair will go over specifically what we're seeing in the market. Will the market go up and blow your hair off, or will the market go down and give you a buzz cut? Stay tuned for the next episode of Matt Voss's hair. That's funny. That's funny. I did see the video as well that you did on that, and well, you already know that, but everyone else now, yes, he made a video. Steven made a video on my hair. Did you see what is going on Akita Coin? I have not. No, what's going on with Akita Coin? I'm actually curious now. I will Google it. I will type it into my iPad here, and we will see what in the world is Akita Coin, because I'm curious now. Never heard of that, but we're about to see what it is. Oh, come on. Another Dogecoin copycat coin. All right, enough. Well, what the heck is going on here? We honestly need to stop giving these things credit, or we need to stop giving these things the ability to go up. It's our community a lot of times that is putting some of our money into these coins, hoping to make a quick buck from it. If we stop doing that, though, then that may be a positive thing, as long as we don't miss out on. I mean, there's two. Yeah, you know, I can see the arguments. If you can make money from it, then what the heck? Why not do it? But at the same time, it's still a little bit frustrating to see just the amount of copycats, and most of them are going to fail, and most of them will cause people to lose money. So just keep all of that in mind if you do decide to invest. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and immediately change my mind. I was initially thinking we should all not invest, but I guess if you see a really good opportunity, I mean, why not take advantage of it? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you're making money from it, that's a big win in the book right there. But yeah, be extremely careful when it comes to that, because there's going to be a lot of problems if too many people are putting a lot of money in. Well, has everything happened that made you doubt Dogecoin at all? So there's not really a lot of doubt in the Dogecoin community. If you look on Twitter, if you look on social media, most people who are in the community and are real members of the community, not just here for a quick buck, and it's okay to be in it for a quick buck. If you're in it for a quick buck, that's fine too. But for those of us who really truly believe in it and who have been believing it since the beginning, like myself and like a lot of people here, we're not, of course, going to have a small, I mean, I guess it's big, kind of big in the larger picture, but it's a small correction in terms of where Dogecoin's capable of going. I believe Dogecoin can hit that multiple dollar area. And so with that, it's hard to not be optimistic in it when we know all the things that are coming. Most people don't know what Elon Musk is doing behind the scenes. Most people don't know that the Dogecoin devs are having some big updates, and that's going to be one of the most efficient cryptocurrencies. Even though it's already one of the best, it's getting even better. If everyone knew that, the price of Dogecoin would be significantly higher than it was now. And eventually people will hear it. So that's why we're still optimistic, because it's a lack of information in the eyes, or in the brains of the public, I guess you could say. Where can we buy Tiger King at? If you would like to purchase Tiger King, it's as simple as this. You just get Coinbase, you get Coinbase Wallet, then you go to Uniswap, then you click Connect Wallet, it'll connect directly to your Coinbase Wallet. Then literally all you have to do, search T-King, it'll show one that has a circle and then a bar through it. It's really simple, and then you swap from the Ethereum to the T-King, and then boom, now you have T-King in your wallet, in your Coinbase wallet. It's really easy. You can do it on a couple other wallets too, MetaMask, for example. Share and like button as well from Eric the Goat Guy. I appreciate that. Yes, we have not had a call to press the like button yet, so I appreciate that. ADA Cardano has been really going at a similar pace as Dogecoin right now. They both have similar market caps. They both have similar trajectories. They both have kind of, in a lot of ways, a similar type of team. So with that, and I know Cardano thinks it's significantly better than Dogecoin when it comes to the team, but actually when it comes down really to what they're doing, there's a lot of similarities. And so that's one of the reasons we are seeing them kind of mirror each other to some degree right now. Cardano doing a little bit better than Dogecoin in terms of market cap, but it's really in that same area. And this week we have seen very similar numbers, approximately 10% up, approximately 1% up when it comes to the day and week numbers respectively there. Well, technically, actually, no, Cardano was up 2%, so that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more. I was wrong. What happened with Shiba Inu, Matt? You told me. Oh yeah. So that's definitely true. So I would never tell anyone to buy anything. I did start rooting to some degree for it, but that quickly changed when some of the people in the community were going against Dogecoin. Anytime I invest in any cryptocurrency and I start to see people in that community saying bad things about Doge or trying to hurt Doge in order to help them, then I'm immediately going to sell all of whatever cryptocurrency that is and just buy Doge with it. And I think the more of us who do that, the better it will be for Doge and the better it will be for the community and the internet, really more broadly altogether. But yeah, that's definitely true. Make a video showing how to buy Ticking. At some point, we will make a video doing that. There's a couple things behind the scenes that I'm waiting on before I make that video, but yeah, at some point we will. And we're also seeing this. The US government is now looking very, very hard into making their own digital currency, which will be interesting to see. We'll have some more big updates on that soon, but the reason why is because they're like, oh, if China's doing it, then we should do it too in order to stay competitive, and it makes sense. You can't have some countries doing it and not the rest, or else those countries that do it are going to have more of a competitive advantage. Keep in mind, this will most likely be a stablecoin to the dollar though, so don't be threatened with your cryptocurrency holdings by any means. Win $100 hopefully soon. And just so we're up to date, what are the catalysts? Oh, Elon Musk with SpaceX and everything that's happening there. There's so many things to look forward to with Dogecoin. If you're not optimistic about it, then you just are not educated. I would say my personal favorite catalyst is what we're going to see with the Dogecoin developments, what we're going to see with the price being significantly lower, what we're going to see with the transaction fee and the ability to mine, and basically everything that's happening behind the scenes to make it more efficient as a currency. That's what I'm most excited about, because that really is what it's going to take for it to be competitive at the top there. You are my hero, coming in from Gogo Bobo Sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Doge, but okay, so you said Doge won $100 one day. Is that possible? And when? So keep in mind, it would have to have over a $10 trillion market cap to reach that $100 level. I believe it would be somewhere around 15 or so trillion they would have to reach, which would mean Dogecoin alone would have to be above gold. And for that to happen, which it is possible, we'd actually have to see, oh, that's weird. It looks like it paused for a second there. I don't know what happened, but for that to happen, what we'd actually have to see is for everyone to believe Dogecoin is so much better than any other cryptocurrency that they're only investing in that. And it would have to really start to take off. First, it would have to pass Cardano, then it would have to pass Binance Coin, then it would have to pass Ethereum, then it would have to pass Bitcoin as well. And if it can do those things, then yes, I do think that's possible in the future, but we first have to take it one step at a time. So I don't want to be saying, yeah, of course, easy, because it's not easy. It takes a lot to go right, it takes a lot to happen, and if it does, of course, it's going to be very exciting to watch, but we have to be monitoring it first and just see, kind of get a feel for what's happening. But anyway, I'm Matt Wass, this is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.